Good morning, Capricorn. Just then, as I was just sorting out my camera angle, they told me Julia Roberts, and they showed me Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, where she's wearing like the red dress with, and he's giving her the jewelry, and kind of her hair's falling forward. Julia Roberts, Pretty Woman came through for another reading this week. I can't remember which one it was though. She was going like, "I'm a sure thing," or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know. Perhaps you have the placements of those two signs. I can't remember which reading it was for now, though. Um, Now I've got a confession that I got through. Sometimes they show me tarot cards, like as I'm falling asleep, as I'm in that kind of in and out of sleep stage, they put tarot cards in front of my mind's eye. And normally, last time it happened, it was really, really important. They basically predicted a surprising death in the family with the tower card and the death card. But as I was about to kind of wake up and write it down, I was kind of interrupted, and then it went. I can't remember it. All I can kind of remember was like the High Priestess card, I think was one of the cards, and then really something important about the lips, something to do with the lips. And I got two intuitive songs through. I don't know if it's for you or for Cancer, so take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But I got Perfect Gentleman by Wyclef, which is that just 'cause she does the go-go, it don't make her a hoe, no. And I Think We're Alone Now by Tiffany. Now, they may have been for Cancer, so if they don't resonate for you, just leave them. But I do recommend going to checking out the lyrics of all the songs that come through. Especially, you got your two songs from Spotify. You got Crazy by Madonna. Not Crazy for You, a different song. It's a new one called Crazy. So, interesting lyrics there. Very Capricorn energy, I would say, as well. And you got Irresistible You Are by Alicia's Attic, which was very sweet actually. So I was moving into this kind of quite sweet energy of it's like finding someone irresistible, but not in a kind of like hard obsessive way. It's like very sweet and almost like childlike. Irresistible you are. So I don't know if you're feeling this way towards somebody else, or if this is somebody feeling this way towards you. But this Crazy song by Madonna, very, really quite Capricorn energy, because Capricorn, you're this sign that kind of you like to look after people, you like to give a lot to the people around you, you like to nurture people, but you're quite practical, you like to get things done. So if you get to a point where you feel like people are kind of abusing that generosity, they're giving me interesting, it keeps coming through actually, Lana Del Rey's Mariner's apartment complex. There's a line that says, you took my kindness for weakness. You took my kindness for weakness. So you may feel like people have been taking advantage of you. You may have had somebody up on a pedestal, found them irresistible, perhaps really kind of wanted to seen something childlike about this person, really wanting to kind of nurture them, but perhaps they've taken too much. Perhaps they've like crossed that line for you now, which is when the Capricorn energy kicks in of like, no, actually, don't take my kindness for weakness. You can't take advantage of me, because there's lines like, if you think that I've been foolish and you only fool me once, I guess that's shame on you. If you keep trying to do it, then I'm going to switch the blame on you. So you fool me once, kind of shame on you, kind of thing. No, it's the other way around, isn't it? I'm kind of having a George Bush moment. Fool me once, shame on me. Like, I'm getting it mixed up. But yeah, it's this Capricorn energy of like, I'll let the first one slide, but if you keep doing it, I'm going to put my foot down. I won't let you drive me crazy. It's like, I put you on a pedestal, but statues, they can fall. So you've had someone up on a pedestal. I feel you've found someone irresistible, but you perhaps are seeing them for what they are now, possibly. I'm really interested to see what cards come out for your reading. I think I need to start doing love readings, or at least readings of like two sides of a story. This has kind of been a theme that keeps coming through. They're giving me Phil Collins' two sides of a story now. Where I have to kind of like do almost like relationship messages, whether that be love or because this week I've kind of got this urge to kind of double up on the readings. So today I'm doing Cancer and Capricorn. Yeah, so I don't know if I need to, and it's the way when I'm doing these two readings, it's almost like the two readings are talking to each other, especially I think it was like Taurus and whoever I did with Taurus. Really felt like the two readings were communicating with each other. I think it was Scorpio. Yeah, so I think next week it might be love readings, or the week after perhaps relationship readings on the cards. Because I almost feel like you're communicating with the Cancerians now. Yeah. A Capricorn may have had a Cancer up on a pedestal, but statues, they can fall. Sorry, just sipping my tea. Like, hello. I said tea, it's coffee. I'm at that point in the day. Where I just need my giant coffee. What else did I get through? I think that was... Oh no, there's one more thing with that crazy song by Madonna. At one point she starts talking it in... not English. I think it's Italian. It sounded Italian to me, and I know that Madonna's background, her family were from Italy, so Italy may be important to somebody potentially. Right, okay, especially like I'm sat here drinking coffee, and coffee's a very Italian thing, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm going to tune into the energies, and we're going to see what the cards have for you. Oh, one last thing. The cards are being bossy. Bossy Capricorn energy. You do like to take control. It's like, if I do it myself, I'm going to do it properly, that kind of thing. So I've got this kind of... very sweet with it, though. I was kind of debating. I used these two packs for Cancer, and I really strongly felt like I needed to use this pack. It's the Haunted House Tarot. It kept calling out to me, and I didn't want to use it, to be honest, because I'm going to do some like a bit of a spooky theme for Halloween. So I've been saving this pack for Halloween. Maybe Halloween's important to you. I don't know. Maybe you've got something big planned for Halloween. But yeah, I have to use this deck for you. It won't leave me alone. And then I don't know which of these two to use now. I kind of keep umming and ahhing between them, so I've got them both out, but I'm probably just going to use one. I feel pulled to use this one because they've got this Roman theme in it, which ties in with that Italian thing, but then I don't know, I kind of feel like I need to use this one, so I don't know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right, I'm going to tune in and get on with your reading, because I'm meant to be doing 20-minute readings and I'm already 7 minutes into this one, so well done me. Back in a sec. Okay, as I'm tuning in, my crown chakra is going crazy today. It felt like it was opening up on my right side for Cancer, but as I'm tuning in for you, it's almost like it feels like horns or antlers. Like, it feels like something sprouting from my head, from like the top of my head, like two things, or like it's like a tree branches coming out the top of my head. And I was seeing the cogs shifting, like cogs aligning, which to me means the universe is kind of aligning things for you. They're kind of moving things around, repositioning things to kind of get something into alignment. They were also continuing to play that Irresistible You Are song by Alicia Zatic, particularly the line, "the jangle of my ankle chain." So somebody may wear an ankle chain, but every time I think that, they could tell me used to. Are you two used to? Yeah, I don't know. Perhaps somebody used to wear an ankle chain, and you found that very attractive, or perhaps you used to wear one, somebody found that attractive about you. I'm not sure. I'm picking up on feminine and masculine energy today in your reading. I don't know. Right, okay, let's just get on with your reading. I saw, interesting, the underline is the starfish. That did come out for Cancer, and I saw the dragon card as well as I was shuffling. Hawk, you've got the hawk card, and the unicorn. Believe in the impossible, believing in fairy tales, that is. Having dreams and wishes, feeling like they're out of your reach, but it's like the unicorn is here. It's not just a fantasy. Now they're giving me Mariah Carey. I need to write down all these songs that are coming through. You got a Phil Collins song as well, didn't you? 1 second. Funny, they're saying somebody may be called Colin. Collar, maybe something. Maybe, it sounds like the American way of saying colour. Collar. We say colour in England and spell it with a U because we say things properly. But Americans, collar. I don't know. I don't know. Right, okay, so the hawk. This is somebody seeing things from a higher perspective. Really going up. This is you. I'm asking you about your energy. Really going up high. Really getting like an overview of the situation. So kind of like if you've been feeling a bit like you can't see the wood for the trees, this is you kind of like really taking a bit of a time out to kind of look at the whole of the jigsaw puzzle and to kind of see the way it's coming through is like this higher perspective allows you to see more of the story and sort of see themes and common patterns in something. Hawkeye may be important. Maybe you've got an eye like a hawk. Maybe you're really good at spotting the fine details, like small, like things that other people would normally overlook, but you see it because you've got the hawk eye. They're saying to me, I like a hawk. I'm like a bird, I always fly away. That's Nelly Furtado. You're getting a lot of songs through already. You are one of the signs that does tend to have a lot of songs. So maybe you are a musician. Maybe you like writing songs. Maybe you really like listening to music. You listen to music a lot. You get a lot of it helps you to connect to a more spiritual side, perhaps, or to process things. Perhaps things in songs make you think of certain situations. I'm getting a pain on the back of my neck. It's like at the base of my skull, where my neck connects to the base of my skull, or sort of slightly to the right. Maybe some of you have had like headaches, migraines, perhaps. Okay, I hope that goes. Right, okay. Can I get a situation card, please, for Capricorn? What are Capricorn dealing with? Message. Now they're giving me message in a bottle. Message in a bottle. Child. Maybe getting a message about a child. Was that something that's coming through for Cancer as well? You may have to go and watch that Cancer reading if you've got Cancer placements in your chart, or if you're connecting with a Cancer, or a message about a child perhaps is coming through strongly for you. I don't know if it was Cancer or if it was something that came through yesterday. It may have been one of my readings. Message about a child. Message in a bottle. And that's the police. Maybe getting a message from the police concerning a child. It's funny because I was picking on that very childlike energy. Irresistible You Are. The child card sat there with the unicorn card. So this is like, again, that feeling of like believing in fairy tales, but fairy tales being possible. The 7 on the message card is like spiritual destiny, a sense of being divinely guided, following your spiritual path in life. So you may be receiving a message that kind of my hair's really annoying me. You may be receiving a message that you had some kind of dream or ambition. You kind of gave up on your dream. You thought it would never happen. You thought it was like pie in the sky, high in the sky, pie in the sky, pigs might fly. But I think you're going to get the message. It's kind of like a childhood dream is the way I'm seeing it. Childhood dream, childhood wish, ambition. It's like when people ask a child, what do you see yourself doing when you grow up? It's kind of what would you have said? Perhaps more like your teenage years rather than childhood, because children, they'll be like, I want to be a unicorn. Well, but yeah, what really spoke to your spirit as you were kind of in those teenage years figuring out your identity? This is almost saying like those dreams that you gave up on are now tangible and within your reach. I think you may be getting some kind of communication that almost makes you see. Perhaps some of you had a letter, perhaps some of you wrote down when you were young, it's like a message to yourself, like, here's a message to me in 10 years, here's a message to me in 20 years. And maybe it's time to open that time capsule, perhaps, telling me time capsule, and look back and revisit. If you didn't do that, then this is almost telling you like it's time to revisit what you wanted, say 10, 20 years ago. How are you doing? Are you still on your soul path, or have you been pulled off the path by other events, other things happening around you? Is it time to kind of get back onto your spiritual journey? Is it time? There's a stopwatch, not a stopwatch. A stopwatch may be important. Perhaps you've been using a stopwatch to time something. Right, okay, tell me more about the situation, please, for Capricorn. These are meant to be short readings, but my crown chakras like fire on all cylinders today. This is a storm clearing. If you felt like you've been in the eye of the storm, you felt like there were kind of some kind of shocking event, some kind of bolt of lightning came out of the blue that kind of shook up your foundations. There was a lot of clouds, a lot of mental confusion about something. This is the clouds clearing, the sun coming in to illuminate anything that wasn't clear before. Perhaps you felt like somebody was wearing a mask in a situation. You felt like there was lies, deception, people being very, very false. This is like the masks are going to come off. When that storm clears, you're going to see things with that Hawk card there. You're going to see things very, very clearly for exactly what they are. It's like people can't wear masks around you anymore. Is kind of what I'm getting. You're seeing the human nature of people. You're seeing the patterns of behavior. I'm sorry, they're giving me so much today and it's coming through so quickly. You're seeing the patterns of behavior. Maybe you're very, very excited when you suddenly see clearly. It's like, oh my goodness, yeah, everything's suddenly falling into place. People can't put on that mask around you anymore. It's like you see right through them. Right, okay, just 1 second. I'm just going to kind of crick my neck a little bit. It feels so stiff. I'll be back with you in a second. I'm sat here cricking my neck, and they were telling me shoulder massage, and I was looking at this. Well, I wasn't looking at it. They showed me this message card, the word message on it, and it might actually mean massage. It might be like the closest they could give me to the word massage. So yeah, some of you might need a massage. You might have gone to get a massage. You might be a masseuse. You might be really good at giving massages. Right, okay. Drinking my coffee and we're ready to keep going. Right, so to the Haunted House Tarot, that bossy Capricorn energy made me use, even though I wanted to save it for Halloween. Again, I feel like Halloween may be really, really important to you. We've got a blue moon. Oh, interesting. On the 31st of October, we've got the second full moon. There's 2 full moons in October. The first one was the Hunter's Moon on the 1st, or the Harvest Moon. The next one on the 31st on Halloween is another full moon, and it's I think it's in Libra, or is it the new moon that's in Libra? I don't know. I need to go and check up on that. I'm not the best, right, at astrology, but it's a blue moon. So that term, once in a blue moon, they're giving me blue moon, you saw me standing alone. So something may happen at Halloween. Perhaps you're going to go to an event. Or you're going to be finding out around the time of the blue moon that something you thought was impossible is actually probable. Why are they giving it me like that? Something you thought was impossible is now probable. Possible, probable. I don't know why it's coming through weird like that. Okay, I need to write down blue moon. It's gonna be one of those readings. I'm all over the place. Blue moon. You may be meeting someone. You saw me standing alone. What is it? Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Okay, so I'm gonna go. The past, the present, and the future. Be aware that the future, any cards that come out in this future position, the future is changeable. So I could tell you something in the reading today and you would take action on it, which would change that position. If anything comes out that you're not happy with, if anything comes out that worries you, know that this is more of a heads up. So you can either change your course of action, your direction to avoid it, or that you can prepare for when it comes in. So yeah, just know that the future position is mutable. I'm going to go heart space or emotional space, your thoughts, your thought processes, and your action space, the things that are happening in your tangible reality. Right, so Capricorn, head's really bothering me. Perhaps your head's bothering you at the moment. I'm going to go to your past heart space. Past heart space for Capricorn, please. Past heart space for Capricorn, please. Okay, something hidden here, and it's this feeling of being burdened. Interesting, you've got the child card and there's a child on this card. You may be carrying some burdens from childhood. There's this kind of this bird cage in the background of this card, and then this kind of like martyred energy here. It's almost like Joan of Arc, or like somebody being burnt as a witch. I think you're stepping out of a situation where you felt very, very stuck, very, very burdened. Um, you want fairness, you want equal give and take. If you're dealing with a relationship where you felt like a relationship was a burden on you, perhaps somebody took more than they gave, you may be ending this situation, you may be coming out of this situation. You're wanting something that feels very, very equal and fair. So you can see here that although this is not an equal relationship in terms of like age or experience, this person is in a senior position. They're in a parent position than this child. It's like there's still an expectation of equal give and take. So it may be that you're somebody's boss or somebody's parent, or you're dealing with your parent. There's a relationship that isn't equal. It's like they're not in the same they're not in the same position, but there's an expectation of equal give and take between them. Reciprocity, but there's a burden here. There's a burden of, perhaps you find this expectation a burden, or perhaps you're burdened by somebody taking or needing too much. That's emotional, in your past emotions. They're telling me, now this is wands, so they're telling me the wand that broke the camel's back, so the straw that broke the camel's back. It was like that Madonna song, you only fool me once, shame on you, but keep trying to do it and I'm going to switch the blame on you. Yeah, it's like if somebody pushed you that one step too far, I think. What's going on mentally, please? Mentally for Capricorn. Okay, 9 of Wands. Again, hiding the High Priestess card. So these two energies were hidden. So mentally, you are... This is the Wounded Warrior card. It's the 9 of Wands. It's somebody who's been through something that's kind of been a very, very long process, or a long battle, or a long journey. It's left you feeling really quite wounded, feeling a bit battle worn. But the 9 of Wands isn't the 10 of Wands. It's like you've got to keep going. You've got to keep on going and persevering through this. With it in the reverse, you may be feeling very, very stuck in this energy. It's like on the imagery of this card, she's coming out of the maze, but with it being in the reverse, perhaps she's still kind of mentally stuck in a bit of a maze. You can't see the end. There's no end in sight in this. You can't see your way forward. You don't know how to move. You feel a bit lost. So mentally, you're feeling a bit lost, but you kind of are using your intuition here. This High Priestess card, this is one of the most beautiful cards. I love the kind of blue, like flowiness of it. It kind of really symbolizes that watery spirit element of the High Priestess. And I saw the High Priestess card as well. That was one of the cards that I saw when I was kind of seeing things as I was kind of in that in-between sleep stage. So when you're in that in-between sleep stage, perhaps you're getting messages too. Perhaps you're getting kind of like almost like spiritual guidance through dreams. There's definitely a sense of intuition trying to pull you through this situation. You may be seeing feathers. Look at all the little white feathers on this card. So feathers may be trying to guide you. It's almost like the imagery that they're showing me is like somebody in a maze and they don't know which way to go, but then they notice a little white feather on the ground, so they go that way, and then they see another feather and they go that way. So I don't think you're literally in a maze being guided by feathers, but it's like intuition, spiritual guidance, trusting your instincts rather than over processing and over intellectualizing something. Kind of like really, really kind of, yeah, like trusting those instincts, those little prompts. You know, if you see signs and messages, kind of trust them. Yeah, it's like you don't know how to get out mentally, like logically you can't get out of this, so you're going to have to fall back on your intuition, or this is somebody that you're connecting with who's kind of providing spiritual guidance, and it's emotions. Trust your emotions in a situation. yeah, do watch out for literal feathers though. If you see feathers, they may be trying to guide you into some way. Maybe, you know, if a feather fell on a certain book, you might want to open that book and see, you know, to a random page and see what it says. It might provide some sort of message for you. Or if you are thinking something, perhaps you're thinking of a friend from the past and you see a feather, it might be saying, right, yes, go and contact that friend. If it was a white feather, it'd be like, yes, this is a good relationship, you should reach out. If it was a black feather, it might be like, no, don't go to that. So try and interpret the signs if you are seeing feathers. Past action space, please. Past action space for Capricorn. I mean, this is in your past, so this is what you're coming out of. Past action space for Capricorn, please. 9 of Pentacles. So there's a sense of needing to become more independent, probably financially independent. It's an independence of tangible things. You may have left. So it's sort of a scenario of like, okay, I need more. If you're working for somebody, if you're working for a company, it's like, right, I need more freedom here. I need a bit more control over. I need to be able to make my own decisions within this. Or it's setting up your own business. But yeah, 9 of Pentacles. It's getting some kind of tangible material independence, and it's also a card of growth as well. The work you put in pays off in the end. The 9 of Pentacles as well is the garden and the gate card, so you can see that she's in this garden. She's really doing quite well for herself, but there's a whole world out there beyond the garden, and perhaps she's communicating with the world. The birds signify communication. So perhaps you are kind of stuck in your house, right, like a lot of people are at the moment, and you're kind of communicating with the outside world. So you're aware that this outside world exists, this potential for growth outside of the comfort zone that you're in now. So it may be time to expand. I'm going to pull a clarifier on that, I think, unless it becomes clear as we keep going. Current emotions, please, for Capricorn. Current emotions, please, for Capricorn. Emotionally, you're feeling out in the cold, or you've shut someone else out in the cold. It may be that this relationship from the past that was unbalanced. It felt like a burden. You may have shut somebody out. You may have separated from somebody or from some kind of partnership here. Could be a work partnership, could be somebody you shared a home with. Somebody was taking too much or expecting too much. So yeah, there's this kind of like sense of closing a door. It can be a missed opportunity. You're feeling like you've missed out on something. It's a sense of loss, a sense of disappointment, a sense of failure in the heart space. So I'll pull a clarifier on that. That's not nice, Capricorn. I thought took a bit of a sad turn there in your heart space. It depends if you're the one doing it or if you're the one receiving this. Could be either way. In your thoughts, you're thinking about communicating something or taking action, and it's fast, right? It's almost like this is like catapult energy. So if you think about the tension of pulling back on a catapult, that kind of tension, or like a handheld catapult, that tension in the elastic, and then when you get it go, it's fast. It's really fast. So you're thinking about perhaps, is it the right time to communicate something? Is it the right time to take action regarding something? Or this is coming into you. It does look like it's coming in towards you. So somebody may be taking fast action or communicating rapidly towards you. There may be a lot of like back and forth communication. But this is in your thoughts. So you're either thinking about this, like processing some kind of communication or action, or you are thinking about doing it or taking it, or wondering if it's coming in for you, perhaps. You've got that message card. So this is the messages, but it's like if you're expecting one message, you're going to get 1,000. They're showing me Harry Potter, where he gets the owl messages. If there's been some kind of blockage in communication, because they're literally showing me the scene in Harry Potter where his uncle is intercepting the messages from the owls and trying to like hide them from Harry so he doesn't get the messages. It's like the universe isn't going to let that happen. If somebody's trying to block communication, it's almost like the universe is going to send, instead of sending one letter, they're going to send 1,000. Instead of sending one email, they're going to send 1,000. Instead of sending one feather, one sign, one symbol from the universe, they're going to bombard you. Okay. Action space, please, for Capricorn. Okay. I'm just going to take a second with this, one moment. Okay, in your current action space, it could be a number of different things. I'm looking at this card though, it's the Hierophant card. It could mean a lot of different things, but they're telling me losing faith. Losing faith. Now, I don't know if you're losing faith in some sort of situation. Perhaps you're losing your faith in your... The Hierophant can be a card about learned behavior or rules, expectations, societal norms, so traditions. So there could be a sense of like you've been raised in a certain faith or raised with certain customs and conditions and ideas. You've grown up believing certain things to be true, but you're now questioning those values, perhaps seeing that there's different ideas. You're opening up to different ideas, I think. It could also be commitment issues, like fear of commitment, fear of, they're telling me sign on the dotted line, fear of kind of validating something. It's almost like then it becomes true, right? So it's like something that was a nice idea. Perhaps you're scared of actually committing to it. But he's pointing up, the way I had these cards, he was pointing up at this communication. So he's pointing up at your heart space and your thoughts. So have faith in your dreams, possibly have faith in your dreams. But there's something to do with this communication here. Interesting, it's almost like church-like on this as well. It's like somebody's who's been possibly like shut out of a church community or shut out of a home. It's kind of like shame on you. Crazy by Madonna. You think I've been foolish, then you only fool me once. I guess that's shame on you. So there's a sense of shame, being shut out because of a sense of shame. Like you just keep telling me shame. You know, like the meme from Game of Thrones where she's ringing the bell. Shame. Now they're telling me he without sin cast the first stone. So it's like judge not lest ye be judged. So I don't know if that's you doing the judging and maybe like thinking that other people's behaviour is shameful. But then it's like, well, turn that eye on yourself. What have you done that's, you know, are you entirely above board? Are you entirely blameless? So I don't know, it could be you, could be somebody that you're connecting with. You're either being shamed or you're shaming. But it's something to do with this communication here. Like they got the message, you've got this meaning, rapid communication. You've got the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords is somebody who goes in with some news, with some truth, with some communication. I'm seeing it as like whatever this is, it really shakes your foundations, with it being with the Hierophant card, which is your foundations, the structure, the rules of your life. This Knight of Swords is coming in with this lightning bolt, and it's almost like hitting this tower, these towers of the castle behind. So I'm seeing it as the Tower card. So communication coming in that hits like a bolt of lightning, probably clears the air, like whatever this clouds, whatever that confusion was, and shakes your foundations, makes you think about things differently, challenges your some kind of commitment. It's like, can it withstand this tower moment? But I think you are the person bringing in the tower moment, because this is your action space. Whatever this is, you're closing out a cycle here. Here you are putting down those burdens, coming out of that maze. This is the World card, or is it the Wheel of Fortune? I'm not sure which card it is. One second. Okay, I've gone to the leaflet that comes with it to double check. I don't know why I'm seeing it as a World card. if I'm reading it that way, it probably does. It's probably intuitive, that you are closing out some sort of cycle and opening up a new door. You know, there's a safe door on there, but it's not. It's the real Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to read the leaflet to you. I haven't read it myself yet, but maybe I'm being prompted to do it. It says, secret in basement. The wheels of the universe churn deep beneath the house, and the tetramorph who holds the four corners of the earth keep faithful watch. Revolution, winds of fate, change, revolve, flux, cycles, expansion, karma, energy. And the interesting thing, when I picked up this leaflet, I opened it. I was talking about Madonna speaking in another language. I think it's Italian, and again, I don't know what language this is, but I opened it up on this language. So I don't know, maybe you speak whatever language that is. It looks Italian to me. Could be any of the Latin languages, right? I speak classical Latin. Don't ask me to speak modern Romance languages. I'm hung up on this. Hung Up is another song by Madonna. This safe, this vault of information, vault of... I'm noticing the gold of the vault and the gold of the cross. So spiritual wealth. You may literally have something in the basement that is of value, but it's of spiritual value. Family Bible. Whatever this is, it's a turn. It's shaking things up. It's changing things. So the Tower moment hits, shakes up the stable foundations, brings in a new cycle, a new turn of events, brings in karma. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of stack those a little bit, so I've got a bit more space for your future. So again, future is mutable. You can change this, or at least this is a heads up. What is going on in the future emotions, please, of Capricorn? What's going on in the future emotions, please, of Capricorn? The Sun. Yeah, here comes that clarity, and not playing games anymore. My throat's closing up, so this may be somebody having trouble communicating something. Here comes... They're giving me, here comes the sun. So many... And there's that tower, look. There's the tower that I was talking about down there. So this may be... she's carrying sunflowers, so there's a sense of loyalty here. Perhaps you're getting clarity about whether or not somebody has been loyal and faithful, and they're saying loyal and faithful and true. Here comes the sun. And this sword energy is back with the King of Swords. He's not playing games anymore. He's kind of he's had that tower moment. He's kind of considering how he should move here, but it's like in the reverse, to me it's like no longer playing games. Yeah, no longer playing games, really wanting to come in with some kind of truth and clarity in the situation. Tired of the strategy, tired of really having to like overthink everything, wanting to perhaps move more into the heart space. I'm going to get a clarifier. The King of Wands, though, can be very, very cutting, can be very cold, quite brutal. They may be calculating, they may be deceptive. So do watch out if you're dealing with a King of Wands character. Yeah, I'm going to pull a clarifier on him. Can you tell me what's going on in the future thoughts, please, of Capricorn? I think they're telling me Tropic of Capricorn. Perhaps some of you live on the Tropic of Capricorn. That's like a latitude. No, I don't know. I won't get into that. Future. Oh, okay, interesting. I'll pull a clarifier on that as well. Page of Pentacles in reverse. There's that child energy. in your future action space, this is the Star card. It can be a card about healing. You can be dealing with an Aquarius. It's funny as well, I was thinking Aquarius when I said Tropic of Capricorn. Just before they gave me that, they gave me Aquarius. I nearly called you Aquarius. So you could be on the cusp. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. But yeah, can be healing, emotional healing. So in your future action space, doing some emotional healing. And here's that wish again. I'm feeling like it's a childhood wish. So you're returning to this childhood wish. This card here, I was talking over here about being able to see behind the mask. So this could be some kind of institution here for you. Again, kind of going back to that Hierophant card. The Four of Wands is a card about foundations. So my video skipped into a new video there because I hit the 40-minute mark. Foundation, stability, the community that you spend your time with. It could be some sort of an event. It could be it can mean marriage, but people are wearing masks here. It almost looks like a sacrifice, and again, we've gone back to that kind of like sacrifice card up here. Now you're not going to be wishing for. This is not something you wish. That is not something you wished for. It's not something you wanted. When you had your wish, when you had your dream, when you envisioned where you would be, you're kind of there now. But you're seeing things for what they are. You're seeing behind the masks. You didn't get Be careful what you wish for. You didn't get everything that you wished for. The situation's not. You thought you were getting your dreams. You thought you were getting your wishes, but you're not. And this is coming in with this sense of anxiety for you here. This is depression. I'm going to say it as it is, quite frankly. Overthinking, anxiety, extreme anxiety. It's like not being able to, like your physical health will be affected by your mental thoughts. So now she can see that she's indecisive here. This card is the Seven of Pentacles, but the imagery gives me is that this person is making a choice between love and money. Do they follow their heart? Do they follow do they make an emotional choice, or do they make a practical choice? Do they go for wealth, or do they go for love? So you can see she's very, very confused by this. This is where that anxiety is coming in, because perhaps you're in a situation. And it could be anything. It could be, your household situation. It could be work situation. It could be family, friends. But there's some sort of situation here where you thought you were going for your dreams, your wishes. You thought this was what you wanted. You've got yourself into this position now where things aren't as they seem. And you're trying to make a decision of whether they're telling me stick or twist now. That's Kylie. The choice is yours. The choice is literally yours, Capricorn. Is what they're telling me. Do you want to stay like this, back to this garden card, right? Do you want to stay where you are, where you have tangible wealth? Perhaps you've got some level of comfort in your life, some kind of things are quite stable, but you're not happy. This isn't happy. You're not happy, Cappy. Or do you follow your heart? Do you go back to following your dreams? You may have prayed. You may be praying. Perhaps you don't see a way out and you're praying. Like I said, this is your future energies can be changed. But I do see you having to make a choice between love and money. They're telling me for love nor money. For love or money. Is that a phrase? In the underline, you've got the Six of Pentacles. It's about sharing the wealth, being balanced. Sharing the wealth. Perhaps you've got a lot of wealth and you're now ready to share it with people who are more needy than you. It's kind of bringing you a sense of, obviously these are rats. But I think you can see that the scales on this card are imbalanced. Things aren't equal. They're not fair. 43 I just saw on the timestamp. And Capricorn, you are, if anything, you're a sign that wants things to be fair. You want things to be balanced and equal. So I think perhaps you're redistributing either some kind of wealth or what's the word that's trying to come through? Responsibility with the community around you. Yeah, that's like balance coming in. That kind of Libra energy, like the minor arcana of the Justice card. What else have you got going on here? The Sun card is Leo. This is Scorpionic energy, I would say. This is very Capricorn energy. This is Taurus energy. Can be Capricorn energy too. Aquarius energy. Right, let's pull. I'm going to this one. I instinctively went to this pack, so this is the pack I'm going to use. What else do I want clarity on? Can you tell me more about the situation where they've got the Five of Pentacles? Yeah. Oh, not taking a cup. Yeah, this could be you. You've blocked something. You're emotionally distancing yourself from something. Could definitely be Cancer. Look, there's a crab in that cup. Yeah, the Four of Cups is a sense of not taking offers, emotional offers. I think you've missed the boat on something here. You didn't take an opportunity. You felt left out. Okay. This is your current energy, by the way. Yeah, feeling like you've missed out on a situation, feeling like you've missed out on an opportunity. I do see it possibly coming back around for you, though, if it's something that you want to take next time, if it shows itself again. You've missed your chance. They're telling me that you've missed your chance. What's this Eight of Wands? Oh, the Fool and the King of Cups. Fool in love. You're thinking about how to make... They're telling me foolish offer, but it's not foolish. The King of Cups, you're thinking about it. It's not foolish. You're putting a lot of thought into this. Perhaps you're thinking about, is it foolish of me to make this offer? Or is it foolish of you to accept an offer? Perhaps somebody's coming towards you with some kind of foolish offer. Perhaps you're seeing this offer as something that's foolish. Do I want to be the fool? Do I want to trust the universe, take this leap of faith with this Wheel of Fortune card? Is luck on my side? The King of Cups here has a depth of emotion. They are really in tune with their emotions. They are expressive. They're very, very loving, very nurturing, compassionate. Seeing this as your energy, whether you identify as male or female, Capricorn, it's water energy, so you could be dealing with a Cancer or Scorpio, but I think you do have a lot of emotional depth. They're giving me, I saw the fish on his tunic, and they're giving me swim with the fishes. Swim with the fishes. And that moved on to Catatonia. Luca less grassy. He sleeps with the fishes. I Am the Mob by Catatonia, which again is like kind of Sicilian, Italian Sicilian. I Am the Mob by Catatonia. It's been a long time since I've heard that. I am the mob. I put horses' heads in people's beds because I am the mob. Right. There's plenty more fish in the sea. Taking some kind of leap of faith in regards to love and emotions, but it's like all or nothing with that Eight of Wands card. So this is you thinking about it, all or nothing. Emotionally, there's a sense of loss, of missing out, of disappointment. In your thoughts, you're like, do I go for this? Do I take this leap of faith? And having a huge amount of emotion behind it. But the Kings of Cups, they do hold back. They don't. The Queens are very, very expressive. The Kings hold back. So this is almost like opening the floodgates. So you're thinking, do I open the floodgates or do I not open the floodgates? Or do I allow the flood in? So you're either the one who's going to bring the flood or you're the one who is receiving the flood. Right, I want to know who this King of Swords is in the reverse. What's going on with this King of Swords in the reverse? King of Swords in the reverse, please. What's going on with the King of Swords in reverse? Lots of things flipping. There we go. King of Swords. King of Swords in the reverse is the King of Swords in the reverse. That's all it's telling me. King of Swords in the reverse. But it's in upright. cutting something out here. You can see this sickle. So it's like cutting someone down to size, perhaps. Yeah, somebody maybe very, very cutting with the words, cutting someone down to size. It could be somebody doing this to you, or you doing it to someone else. Kind of bringing a shocking truth, shaking the foundations of something. It's this same energy here. I think this is all the same person. Somebody who's very blunt, not playing games, cutting things out, taking action. Maybe too blunt. Maybe this person needs to just be a little bit more, bringing a little bit of emotion to the situation, rather than just being very analytical, cold, standoffish, and quite sharp, quite brutal. But that brutality of the information, it does bring in this sunshine, which is the happiest card in the deck. It's there's clouds clearing, just to kind of show you the imagery of these three cards together. So there you go. That's the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, this brutal truth speaker energy coming in with this bolt of information, which then like strikes this tree. It's painful, right? Painful, but then once that strike comes in, once that storm breaks, then the sun comes in, and the sun is the happiest card in the deck. It's complete clarity, seeing a situation clearly, like with the hawk right at the start of your reading, and then being able to move forward and take action because you've got the facts then, right? So I'm just going to kind of leave that up there like that. I think you're going to find out a fact about something, some kind of loyalty. Sun card on the bottom of the deck there again. Could be something to do with a parent-child relationship. What is this page doing here in the reverse then? Lover's card there. In your thoughts, you're kind of feeling very, very blinded by choice, blinded by offers. You may have a lot of offers coming into you, or you may be trying to weigh up the different relationships in your life, trying to figure which ones work for you and which ones don't. The Page of Pentacles is somebody who's studying, they're learning, they're putting a plan into action. They are... in the reverse, it could be somebody who's very, very naive, somebody who is... doesn't have all the facts, who doesn't have a realistic plan. There's a lot of communication as well with this. So in your thoughts, you're thinking about this youthful energy, whether this is you or somebody else, feeling overwhelmed, feeling emotionally overwhelmed, not able to come up with a practical plan because they feel emotionally overwhelmed. I think you can see this person's kind of blinded here. It's like, what do I do? What I don't know what choice to make. Too much in their emotions. Can't see clearly. Right. I think that's everything that I'm going to kind of do there with that. Looking like there's some challenges coming in for you, Capricorn, but it looks like that's going to clear the air. It's going to allow you to see things clearly, where there's been some kind of confusion or a sense of holding back or missing out before, burdens. These things are coming in to kind of clear that for you. Oh, interesting, I didn't see the magnifying glass on the bottom there. Yeah, seeing things clearly, taking a closer look at a situation, finding balance. Right, can I get the best advice you have for Capricorn, please, today? Best advice you have for Capricorn. Okay, in the underline you've got the initiation of the court of initiation and the Count of Saint Germain. Initiation, it does look like an initiation there, doesn't it? Perhaps you're being initiated into some kind of new process. You're definitely figuring out what you want though from the situation. So you've got the King of Keys here. I'm meant to be doing 20-minute readings, and I'm basically just doing 2 long readings. Oh, fated meeting. Sangha community. So you may be meeting someone in your community. It's going to be a fated meeting. There's going to be progression here. We've got the 7 going into the 8. It could be that you're meeting someone who is a King of Keys. This person's going to open up new opportunities for you in the community, whatever that community is for you. So, King of Keys, King of Keys, King of Keys. the King of Keys could very well be this King of Swords energy. This could be the character that you're dealing with. Excuse me. I'm just going to actually pause and have some of my coffee before I start all this talking. Hello, bottle noises. Okay, King of Keys. The King of Keys rides a splendid horse towards a great castle in the distance. He is happy and at ease as he travels home. This is an entrepreneurial man with a civil or commercial authority. He is confident, astute, and perhaps overly focused on his work or career. So I guess this depends on if you identify as the male or feminine energy here. And this could be you, could be someone you're dealing with. Though he can be very thoughtful and helpful to you in business or financial matters, he is often more goal-orientated than people-orientated. Keep this in mind if this man turns out to be a love interest for you or another. Yeah, so I was saying about that King of Swords being perhaps a bit sharp, needing to bring more emotion into the situation. Whether the King of Keys represents you or another, be on the lookout for a major promotion, a heightening of income, or a furthering of career achievements. Well, that sounds good, right? Careers in finance, real estate, and business are typical for the King of Keys, but management in any industry can be forthcoming. This may also be a good time for self-employment and business expansion for you or for a man in your life. Right. So I'm going to open that for you there and let you read that at your own leisure. Looking really, really good. Looking like there's definitely a fated meeting. You're meeting someone and there's going to be like a huge potential to kind of further your career. A huge potential for wealth and income. But perhaps you're going to have to sacrifice. It's like I was saying, like, are you going to go for goals? Are you going to go for wealth? Are you going to go for material things? Are you going to go for the pentacles? Or are you going to go for the romance and the heart space? Yeah, feeling quite overwhelmed by this decision. Fated meeting. Perhaps this is a meeting of those two aspects of yourself. It could be a meeting of your need for wealth and career. You know, you are a very career-driven sign, Capricorn. You know, you like working hard. You like you're enthusiastic about the things that you do. You know, not always. Maybe sometimes you do need that extra coffee to get going, but on the whole, you like to feel useful. Yeah, so but you want that emotion, you want to feel valued. You need that emotion there as well. It's not enough to earn money. You need to feel the kind of, I'm saying respect, but it's respect in terms of like this kind of equal give and take of feeling valued in what you do, I think. So it's kind of like a meeting. Perhaps you're going to go for a career where you feel like you have both, you know, the wealth, the return for the effort that you put in, but also the kind of the heart. You're doing something that feels like it speaks to your heart. You know, you're doing something where you feel valued and what you're doing is valuable, perhaps to the wider community. Right, sorry, 7, fated meeting. A clock tower stands with its hands pointing to just a few minutes before 12. A man and a woman, sorry, 12 was a number that was kind of significant for me in some of my readings. A man and a woman approach each other, coming to meet at the time that was predetermined by their higher selves, who are shown above them translucent and shining. With this card, you are coming to a very important relationship in your life. Either it is entirely new or an existing relationship is being lifted to a much higher experience. And my throat's closing. You might not be able to speak very clearly when you meet this person. Karma from your past lives may have brought you together, so it's important for both of you to stay alert. Keep your individual and collective growth a priority, and act with deference and compassion to yourselves and to each other. If you both honour your karmic course, this could be one of the highest relationships you can know. Excuse me. This card can also show a fated meeting with another about a work situation, a creative project, or an important purpose that you hold. This too is likely karmic. Perhaps it's a past life publisher, a spiritual teacher, a brother or a sister. Whoever this is, it's a powerful and promising relationship. So get ready, it's almost time. So I feel like you are either the King of Keys, meeting someone, or you are meeting a King of Keys. Here you go. Definitely a lot of career in this reading for you, Capricorn. Yeah, do you know what I might be getting here? I'm just drawing my attention back again to this Five of Pentacles. You've got it here and you've got it here as well, actually. This feeling like you missed an opportunity. You didn't take some sort of offer. You missed an opportunity, and I think there's regret about that at the moment. It's kind of like something slipped through your fingers. If you missed an opportunity, it's because there's something better coming for you. It's either it's coming back around, but it's going to suit you better. Perhaps you turned an offer down because you were like, I don't think there's enough value in this. They're not offering me enough, like with that Four of Cups. They're not offering me enough, so I'm going to turn it down. But it's like this opportunity, if it's meant to be for you, it's going to come back, but they're going to offer you something that does speak to your heart. Or it's you missed out on something because there's something better coming for you. You know, the world, the universe works in mysterious ways, and sometimes we may think that something's right for us when actually the universe knows better, and I don't know. Yeah, I think follow your heart is always the best thing to do here. You know, and maybe your heart is in following the wealth. Maybe that's what you're passionate about, going for the wealth, going for the tangible things, going for the career. If that's what speaks to your heart space, if that's where where your passion lies, follow that. If that feels like it's an empty cup for you, if it feels like it's hollow, then, you know, take the other route, go for the roses. Sankar community. Inside a room, people are seated around a table, conversing with interest and energy. There are many icons from different groups and societies. A caduceus, a sunflower, a Tibetan bell, an Egyptian scarab, a dream catcher, and a Star of David are just a few. This card indicates that it's a time to join or rejoin your group, your ashram, your tribe, or your shankar. Whatever you call it, it is a community that connects you with others of like-minded purpose and activity. There are many communities in each person's life, and still more that return from your past lives. For instance, you have family, friends, and work associates, but you also have the people with whom you share many creative and cultural or spiritual purposes. New friends can also be coming your way at this time. Be open to these new connections. You will not only find help with current directives, but you may also reawaken past life relationships, talents, and disciplines. It's time for a happy sharing of your discoveries. Yeah, I think universe, I think this kind of an overriding message here is like, you, I think, got distracted from your path. You had those kind of wishes, your soul wishes, right, your purpose, and I think perhaps you got a bit distracted from your true purpose by the tangible matters, by the need to put bread on the table, by the need to you know, the day-to-day things that kind of pull us from our path. But you kind of almost like going back and getting that higher perspective and seeing, remembering with the number 7 there, what your soul path is, what your fated purpose is in life, what speaks to your soul. Now, whatever that is, it could literally be, you know, having a good career, whatever your fated path is, you're kind of being reminded of that, and I think universe is trying to kind of nudge you back on course here. I think you might have got a little bit stuck in some kind of situation, but you're gonna be able to see clearly. I'm worried about that 9 of Swords energy. If you are experiencing bad mental health, please do reach out for support, or take some time to kind of do whatever you need to do to kind of de-stress, whatever works for you, right? Different things work for different people. Whatever works for you to get you out of that mental turmoil, you know, that's something to be really, really wary of. I think if you get stuck in this, you're really going to struggle to see clearly. You're going to struggle to get that higher perspective because you're so bogged down by each of these little needles that's kind of sticking in your head. You know, I was saying, like, perhaps you do have a migraine. I was getting that kind of pain in the back of my neck. Yeah, be wary of that. Try to avoid getting anything that's going to get you into that spiral, and do the things that help you get back out of it. Whether that's reaching out for support, whether that's meditating, whether that's, you know, whatever works for you. But, you know, you have to, You may be very, very weighed down by the responsibilities that you have, by the burdens that you have, that others are placing on you. It's you can only self-sacrifice too much with that Joan of Arc card there. You can only self-sacrifice too much before it takes its toll on you. You know, Capricorn, you are a sign that really does care about others. Look, you've got another 2 cards here with someone with the head in the hands. If whatever your burdens are, whatever these responsibilities are, if they're getting you to this point, the way I see it is you've got the 7 of Cups energy as well here. The way I see it, your true friends, the people who truly love you and have your best interests at heart, won't want to see you in this energy. You know, if the people who love you should not be placing so many burdens on you that it gets you into this energy. And I think if people are doing that to you, then that's going to help you see clearly, see these relationships clearly for what they are. Because if you're like this and people are still continuing to demand things of you and push you, then they are being selfish. And they don't deserve your time and your love, Capricorn. Definitely go and listen to that Madonna song. I think it's very, very relevant here. You're driving me crazy. You're driving me crazy. Right, okay. Take care, Capricorn. I really hope that was helpful to you. Did I show you that 8 of Roses card? I'm not sure if I did or not. I think I got distracted talking. So here you go. You've got to it's not selfish to look after your own mental health. It's not selfish to put yourself first sometimes. It's not selfish to say no. Because if you are trying to do too many things for too many other people and you're getting into this energy, you know, having a bad migraine or to the point where it's affecting your physical health, you're not going to be able to do any of those things. So you've got to be able to look after yourself and keep yourself healthy and happy so that you can take on as many responsibilities as you are able to handle. If you're getting overburdened, the straw that broke the camel's back, right? You're not going to be able to do anything. So there you go. That's your advice, Capricorn. Take it or leave it. Cappy, I really want you to be happy. So yeah, take my advice and run with it, and I hope next time I see you that you're in much better energy. This is what we want for you, right, Cappy? We want the sun. Right, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Leave me a like if you liked. Leave subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a comment if anything was particularly relevant for you. If you don't want to do any of those things, if you want to come in and be stealth, right? If you're coming in and kind of stealth watching, that's totally fine as well. Totally get it. Yeah, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.